Dr. Scott Atlas from the Coronavirus Task Force. Tell us, sir, the reaction to the Bob Woodward book, Rage, where he said the president was actively going to downplay the COVID-19 epidemic. Your thoughts?
I'm sorry, I hate to disappoint you, but I wasn't around then. I have no idea what happened, and I haven't even followed the story. I'm so busy, honestly. Everything is very intense here. We're working 24/7 on the pandemic, and I hate to say it this way, but I really don't have the time for the politics side of it.
And so you don't think there's any politics being played over the coronavirus going forward, whether it's research, whether it's vaccine, et cetera? Politics is absent from the coronavirus solution.
Well, I don't see any politics. What I see, there's nothing political going on. The task force, everybody's working super hard, and it's just it's a Washington media creation. Maybe they like to increase the dissonance or the whatever they want to do. I don't know. I'm just too busy with it to care really. I'm working hard like everybody else here because the point here is to save lives. Frankly, that's why I'm here. The President of the United States asked me to help what's the biggest healthcare crisis in a century. Anybody in healthcare policy, you'd be insane to say no. And that's what I said. Yes, of course I'll help, and I'm working hard for it. And it's okay. I mean, the media wants to make stories up. That's fine, I guess. But I'm going to plow ahead.
Final question, sir. Masks. There are those who say masks save lives. Can you tell us, is there an efficacy to masks that we should all be wearing masks all over the place?
Well, I mean, there are several questions inside that question, but I'll just summarize it by saying that, masks, the policy of the president that he has said very clearly, I completely agree with. Wear masks when you cannot socially distance. That's a reasonable policy. But to say that somebody should be wearing a mask in the middle of the desert when they're all alone, or wearing a mask when you run through the park all alone, or wearing a mask when you're inside your car all alone, I can't sign on to that kind of policy because it's irrational and it's not a science-based plan. I think the thoughtful plan is the point of all these things is to save lives. That's the point of all these policy things. And so when you cannot socially distance, wear a mask. I think that's a completely reasonable policy. The president has said it very clearly multiple times. I have said it very clearly multiple times. And I think everybody should, I think it's logical and it's common sense. And, it's just a reasonable policy to go by. I mean, we're trying to do everything we can to make this safer for everybody and get past this pandemic.
Dr. Scott Atlas, thank you for your time.
Okay, thanks for having me.